When Rimuru pulled up and started beating up a Fraudman, oh my gosh, it was one of the most satisfying things to see. Because this man deserved it and was satisfying to watch, making me want to join in. And I'll tell you how we got up to the situation. Depending how long this video will be, it might be a two-parter. So it's time to lock in and let's get to it. We have Mion and Tempest, and one of the main reasons why, because she was sent on a mission from this fraud. Not only that, this group of people decided to join as well because of the fraud himself. And they already hated being here because they all despise monsters. I mean, hey, we all despise them, so. And you might be wondering why I threw that random comment though. Well, I gotta say, you'll see why. So we got this whore decided to make a fake accusation and make everything into a big deal just because he's a monster. And she was hoping that they'll all beat him up for what she done. And bro did not know what to do, but did give him a ghost eye in the public eye, which was part of her plan. Once they were about to do their hidden hate crime, Gobota came in clutch, and bro managed to escalate the situation. And she was getting furious about that, while everyone was over here just laughing. So once their plan didn't work, they decided to use force. But here's the funnier part, that also didn't work, making her a straight clown. That's when Shuna and Shion came to the picture, and they were wondering what was going on. So the other two said screw it, and they want to smoke with them. So Shion was not having it, especially when he was talking crazy to him. So they all decided to scrap with each other on the spot. While that was going on, Miriam got caught for what she was doing, and they would want to talk to her about this. And of course she would love to, but she really has no choice but not to. And the main reason why is because Frogman has her heart and he uses it for a wire. But then Miyomo heard the situation that was going on and tried to sweet talk her out for what she's doing. But that only gave her reassurance, so then she still did it anyways. So she managed to put up the barrier and cut off the communication. And the rest put up the barrier to weaken everyone there. So while Shion still had the upper edge, she immediately lost it when the barrier was up. Now the situation went 0 to 100 real quick. While Rimuru was trying to head home, he was being hunted down by Hinata. And Rimuru had a suspicion up on max level. And then he realized a barrier was put on him. So that's when Soi came by and tried to give Rimuru a warning, but it was too late. So once Rimuru was nerfed, that's when Hinata decided to pull up. What a shocker. And she was ready to attack Rimuru on sight, but Rimuru wanted to talk things out, but she wouldn't listen. So she went for the strike but missed. So once she tried to attack again, Rimuru kept on trying to talk to her, but was going through one ear throughout the other. So Rimuru had no choice but to go challenge her. So Hinata wasted no time and charged after Rimuru, putting that slime on the defensive side. So Hinata went for the rapid jabs, and it actually worked. Vegeta would be jealous. So Hinata charges like a solo queue player and gets the life out of Rimuru. And then she tried finishing things up with a follow-up. Once Rimuru barely managed to dodge it, then Rimuru received a warning that he only could take like 3 more hits. So Rimuru decided to try to come up with a plan, but Hinata didn't let that happen. So she kept up with the pressure, and she managed to get 2 strikes on the slime. Now Rimuru only has 1 more left. So Rimuru tried to switch things up, but she immediately adapted like she's Maharanga. She ain't trying to let Rimuru cook up anything, and she's blocking everything with straight finesse. So Rimuru started charging like he's Reinhardt, and Hinata instantly denied him. And that's with a pierce shot. But here's the thing though, Rimuru dodged it. So Rimuru decided to summon Ifrit like he's a Pokemon, and Ifrit tried to attack, but she didn't have to do him dirty. Cause look, you know how people be saying go ban for ban? Hinata's going for points because the amount of style points she is putting up is crazy work. Hey man, I gotta say she won't be pulling this off of the barrier. I'm just saying. And she just casually taking on a 2v1. But then out of nowhere, Ifrit started falling down. Bro was going through it. So Rimuru had to go take him back just because Hinata actually tried to steal him. So Rimuru had one more plan left and decided to take it to action. So Hinata tried to strike Rimuru with a final blow, but Rimuru was able to use Gluttony in time. But Hinata got the final strike in, and you think the fight will be over, right? Nah, because Gluttony managed to transform Rimuru's body, and that's when the final fight begins. So Hinata over here just ore farming, so she took out a ton of talismans like she's Psycho and put it all around Rimuru. But the attack didn't work, and Rimuru started charging after her. So she started the heavy attacks because of the heavy build, and so she decided to summon spirits. While the spirits are being a W distraction, Hinata decided to send a holy prayer. So she decided to use a Mega Man explosion, and it was basically game. When she thought that Rimuru was dead, she decided to take her leave. Once that was over, Rimuru decided to go back to his area because something was going on. Once they caught up to Soi, Rimuru got some intel of what was going on. Once they made it back to town, everyone realized that there was a barrier, so Rimuru decided to go in to see what was going on. And Rimuru sees everyone injured, so that's when Riga was rushing down towards Rimuru and apologizing for what happened. So while that situation happened, Rimuru heard a huge explosion and decided to check it out. And we see Benimaru have a reasonable crash out because of the situation that happened. So bro tried to transform and try to attack Benimaru, but bro used his personal explosive wave. Then he gripped him up and tossed him away. Sorry dude, you ain't getting nothing from her. So while Benimaru was about to finish him off, Rimuru came in time, and I ain't gonna lie, he got lucky because he would have been turned into ashes. So Rimuru got some information on Benimaru's point of view, but then Miriam was like, yeah, I'm gonna take all the blame for what happened, and Rimuru was confused. So she decided to show Rimuru. Once they got to the destination, Rimuru was baffled on what happened, and one of the villagers was like, if he hadn't held back for the killing part, none of these people would have died. Which I get why he would say that, but that was not the right right time to say it as well. Actually, I don't even think there's any good time to say that, because now Rimuru was on a breaking point for the words he said. So while that was happening, Miriam was saying that it was my fault, and bro was ready to take her out on the spot. But then Rimuru got pointed out, her barrier wouldn't have been enough to stop him, and the great sage basically just saved her life. But then Miramar decided to show up, and he wanted to give his take on this as well. Once all that was over, Rimuru decided to check up on everyone, and they were badly injured. So Rimuru decided to give him a high potion, and they were back to max HP. So Rimuru wanted to know where Shion was at, but everyone had a straight face for a good reason. So Shion was about to say something, but Benimaru decided to show Rimuru instead. Once they all went outside, they see more bodies on the map, and the one main person they got was Shion. And once Rimuru saw that, he got furious. It was to the point that he was letting out his aura, but you know how Rimuru feels. So Rimuru asked for alone time, but then Shuna would comfort Rimuru, then they all left. So Rimuru decided to put on a mask, and it was about to absorb him with gluttony, feeling like Kirby. But then Rimuru was stopped and was told to become a demon lord. And the main reason why, because he can revive all of them back, and Rimuru found out the percentage of pi is a chance to bring them back. So Rimuru made a barrier stronger so that they can ensure that their bodies will be there. And Rimuru decided to cook up a plan, especially because 10,000 soldiers coming by as well. Rimuru was about to give Miriam her punishment. Obviously those two disagree about the situation, so Miriam's about to give bro her final kiss to him. Then Rimuru and Benimaru restrain both of them so that she accepts her final judgment, and she accepts it gracefully. But here's not the issue. You might be questioning like, wait, what? That doesn't make no sense. But hey, listen. She survives as a part of his plan. Listen, you need to go follow the process, because even she was baffled at what happened. And all Rimuru did is replace her heart with something else. And now Clayman thinks that she's dead, but she really isn't. And that's when all three of them serve Rimuru now. Rimuru had a plan to pull up one of the enemies first, which they did. Everyone was ready to attack him on sight. Because once we see Rimuru put on his mask, the fight begins. So Benimaru wasted no time. He took out his Inferno Star and started speed blitzing everyone. None of them could even stand a chance, leaving no survivors standing. So Benimaru had to do a flex check and hit him with the finisher with finesse. So now it's Gabiru's turn, and he basically ended things in a flash, destroying the ground and the enemies along with them. So you know how Soy is. He also makes things quick and efficient, and they immediately get murked. And that's when Soy destroyed the crystal. And now we got our final group that's about to get their run back. And Hakuro can't wait for this to put this dude in his place. So that's when Gapta started the first fight, and that's when everyone started going after each other. And while everyone was in war, Gil decided to make space for his team, and it worked. So this dude decided he wanted to join a fight now, and he started walking towards them, but Gil wanted to take him on instead. And that's when they started their battle like in Naruto Storm series. Which you want to choose, legend or hero mode? While that's going on, Hakuro's getting a rematch with his filler character. So this fraud tried to use his one move, but Hakuro easily countered it, and now he's questioning on what's going on. So this dude had another clownery move on his sleeve, so he winded his sword back and tricked his blade towards Hakuro, and he had the audacity to taunt. And all I gotta say, he cannot be this much of an idiot, because he easily countered all of them with pure ease. And now he's questioning his life decisions, and Hakuro decided to entertain him and awaken his third eye. So dude got desperate and started swinging randomly, but Hakuro easily dodged him with pure ease, and he decided to end this fight. So Hakuro took Thanos' advice and he aimed for the head, and it was basically game.
Better luck next time, fuckboy.
A few moments later.
So we have Geld and this dude just duking it out, and it was looking like a stalemate for a quick moment. So this dude decided to buff himself so that he can get upper edge. So he bursted through Geld's shield and tried to keep on attacking him, but he made a grave mistake because Geld summoned his own leeches and sent them after him. So now dude is just going through it. So when Geld was about to finish him off, Hakuro joined into the situation, and dude was wondering how he was still alive. So Hakuro showed him with a smile on his face. Once he seen his friend, he started to run away. Once he managed to run back to camp, he decided to turn on friendly fire. So he decided to end her life so they can take her powers. And Hakuro and Geld was hearing the whole entire thing. So once dude showed off his regeneration abilities, that just makes things worse for him, because now Geld has his own training dummy, and now he's able to lab all the optimal combos. So dude charged after him and gave him the meanest gut check, sent him flying across the land, and then pounced on him like he's Foxy and started beating on him. So dude for some reason decided to recover, which I don't get why. He might as well take the beating, because Geld brought out his favorite EX move and started beating on him again. He's wishing that he can't regenerate. So Geld picked up his favorite new toy, but then Hikaru said that he got to finish him off. So when Geld tried to go for the finish, he got stopped by Ginyu's disciple. But Geld didn't care and tried to charge in, but he received a warning, and it was a W caller from Hikaru. While they were trying to yap to them about something, they decided to escape, but they didn't bother chasing them because they're part of Rimuru's targets. And now we got to the final boss, and bro was ready to take people off the radar. While Rimuru was getting ready, the Ginyu disciple knocked out the fraud. Then he decided to swap bodies and think he he's him. But it was a bad time to do all that because Rimuru's about to get his unstoppable medal. Everyone there inside gets folded immediately while Rimuru's just sitting there just watching everything happen. Once these two somehow managed to get to safety, they came to comfort the king. And this dude had the dumbest idea and tried to talk to Rimuru like he won't know what his face looks like. We'll have multiple people scarred because of him. So once he tried to go outside, he immediately got murked. What a shocker. Deserved. And the crazier part, you know that was not a straight shot. So now everyone is panicking, don't know what to do. And Rimuru decided to go come down. Once Rimuru came down, Rimuru questioned that dude was her other worlder. But then it was like, scratch that and off him anyways. Get this king so scared that he created the worst plan ever. He was basically like, I'll give you some power, and also on top of that, you have to pay some taxes. Like a stupid person he is. So Rimuru got extremely annoyed for what he said, and he snatched his arm away from him. But then Rimuru found out he didn't have enough souls yet, but he's able to use the skill Merciless. So Rimuru used that skill on the rest of the soldiers, and they were all murked instantaneously. So now Rimuru is able to become a demon lord now. But the main problem is that Rimuru feels tired now. So Rimuru gave Raiden some orders, and decided to summon the goat as well. And that's when Diablo made his entrance, and Rimuru ordered him to go and find the remaining survivor. So that's what he did while Rimuru gets rushed to the town. So Diablo found the remaining survivor, and somehow this dude survived from a headshot. Anyways, Diablo had to capture him, and he knows he's not going out silently. So dude decided to summon a huge fireball, but Diablo thought it was child's play, so he blew it away. Oh, must be the wind, asked Bell. In all honesty, if I seen that, I would have just stopped right there, because you know you're underpowered like crazy. So instead, he decided to summon a spirit instead. So Diablo found it interesting and decided to speed blitz it with finesse. It didn't even last a second. So to make things more interesting, Diablo decided to nerf himself so that he can at least try to stand a chance. The disrespect is crazy. So he decided to rush at him, and bro just weaving him for fun. And Diablo's being entertained by everything that's going on. So dude decided to go for a dive kick, but Diablo dodged it and kicked him away. Crazy part, he hit him with a 200 V-Buck emote because he thought this dude was a joke. So bro decided to end this and hit dude with a demonic Riz, and it was game. After that situation was over, the Great Sage was rebooting everyone and gave people who was close to him a skill as well. And once Diablo put Rimuru on a pedestal, it was the end for now. And I'm gonna say thank you for watching. There will be a part 2 for this, so like, you know, for the fraudman, you ain't slick. It's just that this video took longer than expected, so he will get exposed. But anyways, I didn't forget about the Ragnar manga as well. I will read that too, and I will get my thoughts on it later on. And Seraph of the End will be next as well, so just keep y'all a heads up for it. But anyways, if you did enjoy this type of video, a like, we appreciate it, share be nice, make sure you go and subscribe as well and turn on notifications. But I don't think I have anything else to say, but I do have this Marvel Rivals clip I want to show y'all that I got, and I hope y'all enjoyed that. But that's besides the point though. I hope to see y'all next time in a different video. If not, I hope you have a good life. I love y'all.
Oh fuck. Your aim is ass. Your aim is so ass. Your aim is so ass.